right now is the most powerful time ever to unite with your twin flame. Hey everybody, it's Twin Soul Poets. We are your go-to couple for love and relationship advice.
Dope spoken word poetry.
And uplifting content.
Many people are calling this time that we're going through right now the Great Awakening. You may have heard this term going back from years ago. A lot of spiritual teachers, authors, speakers have been using this term, the Great Awakening, to describe sort of what we're seeing in the world's events. And what we're seeing is, no doubt, a time of great transformation, both individually and for the world at large. And a lot of people are going through these shifts. So we want to talk about today, how do twin flames and a twin flame dynamic contribute to this great transformation and maybe play a powerful part.
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Here are 5 ways twin soul unions can help facilitate the Great Awakening.
During very divisive and divided times, like we're seeing right now, a twin flame union can be a powerful just example of unity and oneness. There is something about the energy of just two people who are deeply spiritually connected. I don't know, for Ingrid and I, like, there's pretty much nothing hidden in between us, and there's no barriers at all.
And if there is ever anything hidden, it's immediately brought to light. So it's kind of like the truthful out example with twin flames.
Whether, not that we never try to hide anything from each other, it just doesn't
work.
Tend to work.
Don't work.
And so what that creates is a very powerful and palpable level of intimacy, and I think and just sincerity and honesty.
Oneness happens on all levels. So it's like spiritual, emotional, physical, sexual, like all those levels. It's like you're always finding opportunities to become closer and closer and to kind of intermingle and have this strength together that is unique from when you're separate.
And again, it's possible because there are no secrets, because of the openness, the honesty, and the vulnerability.
And that's an evolution in twin flame relationships. Like you said, we're not always perfectly honest with each other, but we do strive to that ideal. And some people who may be in a twin flame dynamic where there's not as much honesty are going through that phase where, like, the relationship is giving you the opportunity to get there. And that kind of goes into our next aspect. So I really like this next one, so I wrote it down so I made sure I could get all the little pieces of it here. Being with your twin flame can feel like looking into a mirror that lets you see the brightest and the darkest parts of yourself. Oof. And the most powerful evolution and revelation comes when you realize that the things that upset you the most about the other person are often the very things that are calling you to look within. Then at that point, you're less likely to project your sense of unworthiness or pain, and you're encouraged to do the necessary internal work to grow as an individual and therefore be able to show up as a more aware and loving person in the relationship and in the world, which of course is an ongoing commitment.
It takes work. And it could be said that all of life is kind of like a mirror for what's going on inside of you. And I believe that personally, but I think there is something a little bit more intense about the twin flame type relationship, about the way that it shows you stuff, even when you're like not wanting to look at it. And I've definitely learned that to be able to build that muscle, to be able to take a step back and breathe when I'm really upset and really sure that I'm right about something. Usually, if I take a second to like look inside for a second, why am I so upset? There's something going on inside me that I need to fix, that's making me upset, Almost all twin flame relationships report this thing called synchronicity, right? These magical, mysterious moments that happen that just make you know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. There's no way it could be coincidence. And it gives you this faith that there's something beyond you sort of lining things up in a way that you couldn't have planned. The value of that in a time like right now, this great awakening where things feel very unsure, very unstable, and you have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow or a week from now, is that, giving you that sense of peace and knowing that even when it looks crazy, everything is exactly how it's supposed to be and things are working out in our highest good. That's so helpful and grounding, and I think that if more people had that right now, we'd be a lot less anxious.
That's a great point. Twin flames always have a shared vision to help the world in some way. So the more twin flames that come together, the more love and ideas and inspiration will be given out into the world from those unions. For us, we want to help the world by exemplifying love as best as we can, helping others find their own twin flames, offering our art and our acting and our poetry, our spoken word, and inspiring and uplifting others. This is going to be a huge part of the Great Awakening because each and every twin flame union has something special and unique that they want to offer the world, and the more twin flames that come together to do that, the more acceleration we are going to give to this Great Awakening.
The last thing that twin flames can offer to the Great Awakening right now is simply just being in a state of love and offering that love as a sort of example and maybe even just like a healing presence. There's a poet in Richmond that I really like, Roscoe Burnham's. It has a poem that goes something like, if God is love, and love is God, and we make love, did we just make God in this room? And, I don't know if that's the answer, but I think a lot of people, have often said God is love. And so, to be in this kind of deep union with another person where you feel like you're in that state of love more often than not,
It's gotta be good.
What better thing could you offer to the world as a couple?
Yeah, and I think that twin flames can help tip the scales in that direction. We've kind of tried the other thing and it's not really working for us. Why not contribute to that energy of love? Make love, not war. I think that some of these people were onto something. And we have this unprecedented opportunity to kind of ride this wave of energy that seems to be flooding the planet that so many people are aware of. And as twin flames, and flames, be a small part of that tide, but a small part that can really help the momentum and can really help, bring on a new way of being in the world.
And it's not that being in love means not being aware, not looking at any of the problems that exist in the world, but it's simply to look at them from a place of love and from an energy of love, and maybe just that perspective on the same circumstances can allow you to see some solutions that maybe you wouldn't see otherwise.
I love that. That's really nice. Well, as always, we will be back with more videos about twin flames, love and relationships, and other uplifting content. Please let us know what you thought of this video, and if you and your twin flame are bringing some awesome things into the world, we'd love to hear about it. We will be back again soon. Thanks for watching.
Yes.
Like and subscribe for more videos.
Listen to the disembodied mouth.